That's right. A very good evening to each and every one of you, wherever you all are joining us from this evening. Let's fight, ringing the bell. Good to have all of you here. I see some of you have already jumped on the live. Maureen Williams is here. Debbie Collins is here as well. I see Edward Brooms is here too. Good to have you, Edward. I got Isabella Butters here too. The bell coming again. Good to have you folks here with us. Share the live, smash that emoji button. Good folks, how are you folks doing there? Do let us know. We're happy that you all are here with us. Smash that emoji button. We're going to ask that you guys partner with us as well. Good to have you, Chisel Chippa, Killer Boy Child, all the other folks. Evelina Whitaker, good to have you on the live as well, folks. Share, smash that emoji button as well. Claire Access Charmley, Richmond, hope to be seeing you soon, Claire. Hope to be seeing you soon. Ring the bell for Claire now. Good to have you, Claire, and all the other folks joining us. Forbes, Meduzi, good to have you, Meduzi. Good to have you, and Kit Romaine, and Charles Nelson. Charles Nelson is here. Good to have you, Charles, and Rennie Young joining us, and Joyce Prince, and all of the other folks, guys. Good to have you. It's great to have you, as a matter of fact. Good to have all of you folks on the live. Faith and power, put on the ground, folks. Samuel Clifton, and all the wonderful folks joining us. Great to have you all here on the live. Share, share, share. Hundreds of you have already joined. You're all fast, guys. It's Monday. Good to have all of you here with us, good folks. Welcome to Spartanburg, South Carolina, Sparkle City. Where are you joining us from? Who vex, man? Shucks, we outside. We outside. Good to have all of you, all, without exception. All right, maybe one to the Jagabats exception. Maybe one or two of them. But largely, all of you folks, welcome. We're ensuring that we share to all the pages, all the profiles. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, because we know how upset some of you get. Rosemary Albert, Sister Mercy, good to have you as well, and all the other wonderful folks joining us. Good to have you folks here with us. Share the live, smash that emoji button. Good folks, smash that emoji button. Good to have you. Melissa Seeley, Paulette Hopkins. Good to have you, Paulette. Thomasina Ben, I see you there, Thomasina. I see you there. The other places that we're going through to, folks, welcome to our live broadcast this evening. Good to have each and every one of you. Pace and power. We're fired up. We're ready to go, and we hope that you folks are as well. Share that live. Smash that emoji button for us, good folks. Please do that for us, please and thank you. Again, good to have all of you on the live. Let me see some of these folks who are out here. Luan Hall, family. This is family Luan Hall. Yep, my grandmother is Hall by marriage. You got to be family. So welcome, Luan. Welcome. Tessa Griffith, Alexis Williams, Orindon Cook, Erica Hooper, Paulette Niles. I see Facebook user. What kind of name? Our parents send me all these names. Our Facebook user. Andrew Griffith. See you there as well. Officially. This is a Facebook name. Oh, God, gone by so fast. Officially somebody. Right? Natasha Verwin. I see you there as well. Officially Mib Patricia. Good to have you, Patricia, on the live as well. I see we have also Andrew Griffith. Andrew, thanks for the thing. Thanks for the things, Andrew. Yolanda Thomas. Good to see you as well. I see Yolanda saying she's receiving us loud and clear. I am happy when the technicians signed up for duty and they're actually working. It's a plus. It's a big plus. You signed up for duty, folks, and you are actually working. But good to see each and every one of you on the live tonight. We're going to fight card set, folks. We're going to be talking about a particular storm that's brewing. And I ain't talking yet about the PPP. We're going to be talking about these dogs in Barbados. It's a pack of dogs, you know. You got in Barbados. Dogs are even better than man. But in the trade winds, dog living like man. Man living like dog and dog enjoying life. You can see story just now. You can see story just now. Yep. Woo! You can see some story just now. Good, folks. And then what's happening with the power in Guyana? What's happening with the power in Guyana? Debbie Collins. You know, us Americans don't have those kinds of problems. I hope you all understand that. Us Americans, we don't have those kind of issues. Already, I got some power problems. I didn't talk about the people yet. And then we can talk about this young woman, Miss Niewenkirk. My Lord. What has happened to Malinda Niewenkirk, 19 years old, lost her life in such a tragic manner and tragic fashion. 19 years old, folks. Wow. Wow. The opener. We often talk, folks, about the pandemics that we have as a country. The pandemics. And over the weekend, we saw a smash up. I think they told us this was on the East Bank. Romy, Leander, and the other folks who were joining us. My, oh my. Never an easy day, folks. Never an easy day. And like this whole country, like we need some training in medical whatever to handle those kind of situations. As a populace, it should be compulsory because like we can't stop it. At least we can be of a little assistance and help to the victims. Take a look, folks, and take a listen. Some of what we saw over the weekend. They told us this is on the Linden Soesdijk Highway, right? And you can understand what we're talking about when we say we got a pandemic on our hands in this regard. Share the live, folks. Smash that emoji button and partner with us as well. Take a look, folks, and take a listen.
All of them had to go to the state. All of them.
Nobody in there.
All of them, no, nobody in there.
Thank God, thank God.
These fucking people with every fucking day.
I'm overtaken. And I come in the high school, where I'm fucking me.
Everybody come in the bus? All of them fucking children come out from there. This thing.
Carry to the hospital.
All of them got
Carry to the hospital. Carry, stop it at Diamond.
Them safe.
Everybody's safe, thank God. Yeah, carry the little boy, carry the hospital.
One of them eyes on swollen.
Come, carry to the hospital.
One of them children.
They went to the creek. They went to the creek.
He gets to go bad.
Carry to the, yeah. Carry them children to the hospital.
All them, you understand when they start pulling him up, then is when I get frightened to see all them children.
But the little one is scared.
All of them had to go, each one of them.
Yeah. I let the doctor say that they're okay and then you bring them. Who's the driver? Who's the driver?
Yeah, they've been drinking. They went drinking. All right, go.
There's not no baby. Yeah, but there's not time for that. I'm turned up.
Yeah, call ambulance. Call ambulance. Not ambulance catch them.
Let nobody call ambulance.
Nobody call ambulance yet? And they got this not accident up there. You gotta carry them to hospital. Yeah, you gotta carry all of them.
Imagine them, all them children just come up, mother's fun to see them on the phone. Oh God.
You enjoy them well, huh?
What?
You enjoy them well?
No, we see the part.
Okay.
We see who driving now. I just see the picture. All them children gotta go to the hospital.
Yeah, carry them to the hospital. Stop at Diamond there. Yeah, then I carry them to the hospital, man. Let them don't wait, guys, children.
You see how he pulling them children? This thing hurt me for no. I thought it's one. If you see how much of them come up. No, the vehicle. We was coming right. I see this vehicle thing. And when we stop and come out, they saw he pulling them up one by one.
Always
All
wild,
of them
boy.
get hit. Each one
All
of
of them wild,
All
oh
of
my
them
God.
get hit. Who ain't get scratched gets scar. What's the little one? The little one started to scream when he come out. That little one there. On fire, honestly.
You better think that this big thing you coming in front there.
Look how much of them being in
Look,
this one.
tears ran.
Remember these ways car like a no one. Look at those big ones. Oh, scary. This here almost right.
This and the boss.
This.
Come from the creek. Oh, this and the boss.
And the person who across the accident
Again.
speed away some to 12.
They're
Yeah.
gonna find me. Why
They're gonna find me.
Thank you, sweetie.
If you see little children, girl.
All right, folks, you saw that. You saw that. That's what I talked about when I said Dolly Anderson and Paulette. We need some training in first aid. You see that? If we can help to curb the incidences of these accidents all the time, the carnage on our roads and waterways, the least we could do is we train a little first aid. You see? The least we could do. We got to slow down. Folks out there, we got to slow down so we could arrive alive. Please and thank you. This thing getting real out of hand now, you know. Real out of hand. So slow down. Y'all out there, slow down so we could arrive alive. Slow down. I'm begging y'all. Folks, moving on. Let's cover some what we're seeing internationally. You know, we saw this nurse from the UK, barely 33 years old. 33 years old. And she killed 6 babies, they're telling us. 6 babies. British nurse Lucy Letby. 33 years young. And reports we're picking up from Reuters is that for whatever reason, right, 7 rather newborns at this particular institution died at her hands. And she was also charged for the attempted murder of another 6 babies this young lady killing. Could you imagine that? Well, they give her life to contemplate on her actions. They give her life. 7 children she killed at this institution. Let me scour the name of it quickly for you guys. 7. You see? Oh, my Lord. You think it's falling evil? You think it's only PPP? Right? But this is evil incarnate. This is the Countess of Chester Hospital near Liverpool. And this is between 2015 and 2016. 7 newborns she killed. She was charged for the attempted murder of another 6. Folks, think it's only PPP wicked? You think it's only them? Share the live, good folks. Smash that emoji button for us. Look at us we're following. Trump think he's special, you know. He think the rules don't apply to him. You know, one of these cases, the one from, where is it? Georgia. He won the case to be heard in 2026, after the elections here in the US. He think he's smart like that. You see? After he done come in and pardon himself and all that. Right? He think he could ask the court, and he did, to have the matter heard 2026. Should we all be so fortunate? The judge, I ain't got the time right now. I ain't got the time right now. Right? I gotta work. I got these children. I got a little vacation coming up. Let me look at this. 2026, 2027, depends on how the schedule hold up. Right? That's what Trump asked the judge for. He won the case we heard in 2026. I wonder why. You know? I wonder why. I was just informed that their election is scheduled for 2024. Right? Look how far he won, 2026. Think he's so smart. Should we all be so fortunate in this life, folks? Should we all be so fortunate? So that's one of the things we're following. One of the things we're following. I should be happy. Court case here, court case there, court cases all over the place, left, right, and center. In addition to that, In addition to that, I hope Jack did take a note. You know, hope he take a note. In addition to that, folks, there's a tropical storm bearing down, they tell us tonight, on Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. I tell you all, since them boys went to the Dominican Republic, it's all manner of things. Since you even them come back from that place, Paco crosses, there's a whole host of things happening in the Dominican Republic. A whole host of things. Now, Tropical Storm Franklin bearing down on them. Right? Part of watch over them if you got brothers and sisters, or brothers and sisters from the Dominican Republic. You know, our thoughts and prayers go to them tonight. Tropical Storm Franklin bearing down on them there. We wish them the best. You want to say pray for them, man. Look, story here now, folks. As we come closer to the region, is it trade winds, right? Man living like dog enjoying life. Apparently, you get a whole set of abandoned dogs in Barbados. They want to live like us Americans, you know. You know, we love our dogs. We love our dogs. Yeah, we go out for our dogs. Right? Man can end up on the floor. Dog on the bed sleeping. Just like that. Right? Dogs do no wrong in this country. You should see people treat their dogs. I was going through a trail the other day. One pushing her dog in a pram. You think this it? The dog a little fun. Folks, let's say we backward. Let's say we backward in the 592. The dog in the pram, the husband hot, the dog at the fun. You see? You see story? But apparently the Barbadians want it the same way. They go get a whole set of dogs. Right? Hard times coming out, COVID and stuff. But if you got COVID, and this last piece of food is between me and the dog, you know, what's the choice? Not the Americans. They feed the dog and go under. Right? Who was that fashion designer that left his dog a whole set of money? Lagerfeld. Millions of dollars. You see that? People starving out here, dog enjoying life. So a whole set of dogs. They say hundreds of dogs. Listen to this now. Hundreds of dogs in Barbados were abandoned. Hundreds of them. No biggie there. But these dogs are now going to Canada to find owners. I hear when this was announced from homes in Barbados, you're hearing men howling like dogs now. They may want a free ticket to Canada. You know where's that? People going to the embassy every day getting turned down. You know, one abandonment. How much time you been abandoned? How much time you got left? Them dogs in Canada now to find owners. Instead of this word upside down. Upside down, folks. This is in the news. Man living like dog. Dog enjoying life. You imagine boredness. Can't get visa. Dog getting visa like that. Wap, wap, wap. Folks, we got to be there, you know. This world upside down bad. Except we backward. Dog going to Canada. Free of cost. Don't get home and so on. Asylum? Don't get sick, no. Asylum. Then people going through what do you call it? A website to say, hey, I can take the one. I can take the one. Just like that. Asylum. Asylum for that. So these abandoned dogs. Look how I'm going to throw myself down in Barbados now and start barking. The dogs are off to Canada, folks. Who know true story? You know, true story. We don't make up stuff here, you know. Valid, credible information all the time. Yeah? I hope some of them dogs now put in for the owners. Maxine Monroe, Beverly Barker, right? Glenford Gordon said the dogs can put in for the owners. Well, the farm owners, right? Margaret. Margaret said every dog got his days. True, apparently. Apparently, right? Margaret wanna who let the dogs out. Margaret, take over the show tonight. Take over the show now. Just take the seat and go down. Who let the dogs out? Marcy, I got true story that it pays. Pays to be a dog, folks. It pays to be a dog. You see? At least in Barbados. Folks, you know, a lot of questions being asked. Who killed Malinda Niewenkirk? This we're going to take some time tonight. It's going to take some time. So I promise you we'll circling back to it. Who or what? What circumstances led to the death 19-year-old. Huh? That's like what now? What circumstances led to that? The death of a 19-year-old. But before I head into more stuff that we're touching on locally, before we head there, folks, I want to pick up on some of what we're following internationally. You know, popping by today was the one and only Mr. Back Channels himself, Professor Shamir Ali, former ambassador to Kuwait. And he got it back channels tonight on China and some advances that are being made by China. Yep. He got it back channels, folks. He got it back channels. That's what I tell you. Professor got it back channels. That's what we want to share with you before we delve further in. But we're going to circle back to Malinda Niewenkirk, rather. And who or what circumstances led to the death of this young woman? Right? Police force looking very thin. I'll just say that right off the bat. The police force looking very, very thin. Folks, Professor Shamir Ali got it back channels. Listen to what he says about some of the advances being made by China.
Greetings to listeners in Guyana and globally, and a blessed day and week ahead. Today I wish to share with all my high back channel from China. From Kuwait, I've had an excellent relationship with China ambassadors in Kuwait, and this is continuing. His Excellency Henry Kissinger had his 100th birthday recently, and he has visited China 100 times in the 52 years since his first visit with President Nixon. I came to learn and know and saw how nations of the world value relationships. Many of us in Guyana believe it's an agreement, it's a transaction, it's a deal, peace for you, peace for me. But nations with long history are heavy, heavy, heavy with relationships. What did China do for His Excellency Henry Kissinger? Well, China asked its ambassador, who was in Washington, to travel from Washington to greet Henry Kissinger in his Connecticut residence and to convey greetings and respect. And in addition, he was invited to visit China, which he did. He has visited China, and the bottom line is that China and the US is having a tough time. China is not responding to some of the US approaches. There have been many visits, but situation is, cricket terms, in a sticky wicket. Both sides are at a major crossroads. Despite what you hear from the spin doctors and the paid lobbyists, China and the US is at a crossroad. Looking ahead, China and the USA can both achieve mutual success and common prosperity, but it has to be on three keys: mutual respect, peaceful coexistence, and a win-win cooperation. My back channel tells me to let the Western world know the best way I can that China is ready to discuss the USA, how the two countries can get along. And Henry Kissinger's meeting was a good start. In August the 10th, Peeping Tom, nobody knows who's Peeping Tom in Guyana, has said that the president's official visit to China, meaning President Ali's visit to China, turned out to be a damp squid. This is not my words. I'm repeating August the 10th, 2023. Peeping Tom, very knowledgeable person. There's debate who he is or she. Kaichor News, the president's official visit to China turned out to be a damp squid. The visit yielded minimal tangible outcomes. raising concerns about whether there has been a 90 degrees turn in relationships between Guyana and China. That is a true statement if there ever was any truth. Despite what the Johnny come lately are using statistics to dispute or to present their case, it was a famous Prime Minister of England who says, there's lies, there's damned lies, and then there's statistics. It appears that Guyana spinners, Joseph Goebbels Jr.'s, have taken the monopoly in spinning and propaganda. Stabrook News, August the 8th, also talks about if oil prices were to fall significantly, the government would have to resort to increasing taxes and duties levied on the non-oil sectors of the economy as well as the common people. That means Guyanese will have to pay more. Hence, the ability of Guyana to repay its debt in absence of a robust and growing oil revenue should be a concern for all Guyanese. I'm only reminding listeners of the dangers ahead of too much capital intensive projects without feasibility studies, without any return on investment. Even when you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grace period, you still have to pay the high interest. We have over $1 billion sitting at the bank earning a small percentage, and we paying a higher percentage to borrow loans. Common sense. If you have $1,000 in the bank earning 2% interest, will you borrow $1,000 for the bank and pay 20% interest? No, no, no. If you have earning 2, why pay more? Use your own money. But that is a danger of Guyana in the current time with too many projects too fast and not enough skills to do it. There is great dangers ahead. China is not as tight as Islamic Development Bank and as Qatar and Kuwait and the GCC countries about exact deliverables as per their contract. China is a little bit more accommodating. Some say the peace for you is almost 40%. I do not know the truth, but those in Guyana will know more. I do know that when you have contracts, a 10% agencies, commission fees are normal globally, but not 20, not 30, and not 40, as many are saying is occurring with the Guyana projects. Ladies and gentlemen, speak up, talk to your representatives, write and let the president know you're smarter than what is being told and fed by the news, that the future is yours, the oil revenues and resources are yours, and you have a say. They all work for you. They all work for you. Have a blessed day ahead to you and your family. Good night.
Thank you, Professor. Let me know if you're hearing us loud and clear. I'm hearing some folks saying audio, 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 audio. Let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. We know how some of you guys are. Let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear, good folks. That's what we want. We want you to hear me loud and clear. But good to have each and every one of you folks on the live. I did say we're gonna circle back to this. I'm not gonna deal with it right away, folks, because we need to spend some time here. But we're gonna circle back to it. Good to see each and every one of you on the live. I see Ameta, Carol, folks in there here, man. Y'all got buy proper devices, man. Buy proper devices. Share the live. Smash that emoji button first. Give us a quick sec, folks. We need to switch gears a little bit. Give us a quick sec. Share the live, smash that emoji button, and partner with us, good folks. Forgive us if the quality of the audio changing. We need to change paces a little bit. All right, we're changing paces a little bit, folks. Forgive us. Apologies there. Forgive us if the audio is changing. But share the live, folks. We're going to be back in a quick sec. smash that emoji button for us. We're going down, wrong and down. Good to have you folks here with us. Never dull moment, folks. All right. Never a dull moment. As I said, folks, great to see each and every one of you. We're going to circle back to this in just a quick second. But let's hasten on, folks. Some of the other things we're covering, they're telling us that this a young lady who was caught up in this horrific tragedy at Mali, where 20 of our young people lost their lives. You know, she was warded in a hospital overseas. They're telling us that she has now been released. And this is from the New York Staten Island Hospital, 3 months after that inferno there at the Malya Secondary School. Folks, and those families still waiting for justice. $5 million ain't going to cut it. $5 million is not going to cut it. They're still waiting for justice there, and I hope that justice is done. You know, it must not just be done, it must appear to be done. And we know all too well it is not yet been done. We want to wish her well in her recovery. Adoli Alcock and Mark Ferrer and all the other folks, we want to wish her well. Enid Miggins, all you wonderful folks joining us, we wish her well in moving forward. Yep, we got to protect our young people. That's why I want to know who interfered with this girl, Niewenkirk, Malinda. You know, she just died and that's it. It doesn't alarm us, our sensibilities as a people, that an 18-year-old could just decide she's tired of living and kill herself. What were the circumstances that led to that? All the oil we got, largest GDP, you know, high-income country and all of that. And we learned today a major shutdown. Major shutdown. Right? You think Biden them could ever treat us Americans like that? You think so? Not a bit of it. We'll have election tomorrow. Right? 2024, we wait so long. Tomorrow you'll have a change of government. The Americans don't play now. We don't play. So y'all blackout. Y'all try there. Major shutdown. Y'all tell us, was it so? Right? Was it so? Beatrice, Asha, Chinsing Henry? All this all we pumping. You know, you talk to them about, millions of barrels of oil and this and that. We can't even keep the lights on in the country. That's poverty. That is poverty. The last thing we saw, they said, they were working to restore the power to the Guyanese people. You know, we can talk with our officials on this side. We can talk on this side. Don't come around me funny with this blackout business. Joy and Rosetta, Wendy and all the other folks joining us. Don't come around me funny with this blackout business. I tell you, we serious on this side. We change president, we change the whole government. Overnight. Blackout. Don't do it. Don't do it. Apology for slavery. William Gladstone's family, make sure I got the notation right, got the name right. It said they're apologizing for their family's involvement in slavery. Right? They owned slaves and had plantations and that kind of stuff. And now comes this apology. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy for that. You know, they want to move on and, you know, clear the conscience. Right? He was former British Prime Minister. And the family said they're going to give some money to UG for research. Is it enough? Is it enough? You know, 400 years. Them people had a be 400 years, folks. Come one day and say, sorry, this it? This it? Like I feel something should jingling in the bank account there. This it? Give UG some money for research and so on. But I'm happy it's a start. It's a start. Let them be passed, live in them big fancy houses and driving Rolls Royce and so on. It's your great foreparents, sweat and tears and toil that got them living so high. And then what's it when you find this racist? Well, you have to be different even to do things like that. You know, but you must read Eric Williams and so on, Capitalism and Slavery, tell you. Slavery was not about racism, that was a byproduct. You know, of slavery. Slavery was an economic machinery, you know, transferring wealth from the colonies to them people. and people in front. But it's a start. I tell you that it's a start. It's a start. We don't have sorry from all the sins of the parents, you know. I mean, it's not the children's fault. You know, they're born into that family. But let's absolve a whole generation because somebody said sorry. It's a start. I'll tell you that. It's a start. Nasa, Anointed, Donna, Joseph, Charlotte Wills, Marcy Agard. It's a start. Right? Candy and the Jeep. It's a start. What's Candy telling us tonight? Right? Candy's telling us that her birthday was on the 9th of August. Well, happy belated birthday, Candy. You know, happy belated birthday. Right? 25 never looks so good. We just you happy down there, Candy, and that Marky Mark did what he's supposed to, because we'd fight him. Tell him he must stay right next to you. We'd fight him. Ramily and all the other folks joining us this evening. Great to have you guys on the live. The apology for slavery. It's a good place to start. To get truth and reconciliation. Some of them would not admit at all. We were wrong. No. They want to go to the grave kicking and screaming. You see? Kicking and screaming before they come to that admission. That being said, folks, we're moving on. We saw, you know, the Prime Minister, your Prime Minister, as a matter of fact, he said he's expanding, right? The government is expanding internet to the hinterland. I wonder what the folks right around the corner, Bartica would say. You know, again, all you hear with all of these, all kinds of terms they give these campaigns. You know, do more and get more and broader and bigger, better and deeper and wide, all kinds of things. And it's, I don't know, it's like, you know, we often say, you know, as we are on Gladstone, did we make the right choice at independence? When you see people like Mark Phillips and how they conduct themselves at the state affairs, you see people like Papa Jagabat and the trench crappers and the Jagabat, you just wonder, did we make the right decision? Have you ever wondered if you make the right decision? The folks in particular laughing, how you carrying the internet till Timbuktu, Deep South, right? Rupununi and so on. And right around the corner, we can't get good coverage. Right? People promise you all kinds of things. Oh, deep and wide and it big and broad and the broadband and so on. Right? And like I think like we should have stayed with dial-up. Because like I even know the difference. Right? Like I feel we should have stick with dial-up a little bit. Because like I can't even tell the difference from maybe there. So they're saying, you know, Mark Phillips really got to say something because he ain't getting too much notice and so on, the rubber stamp he is. Internet coverage is expanding to hinterland regions to strengthen telemedicine services. Right? They believe if you hold a phone up, I get in WhatsApp and you get in WhatsApp. Right? And you ask me, it's been hot in. And I say, right here. Telemedicine. It's more than that, Mark. It is more than that. FYI, it is more than that. So he said they want to expand internet. We are right in the capital city. And most days you can't make a signal. Right? Most days you can't make a signal. Right now, some of you must be buffering watching. But we're watching it. We wish you all the best. If the country does well with internet and so on, all of us are better for it. But we know these guys is a pack of promises. It's a pack of promises never fulfilled. And folks, what a day would it be if we not fire? If we not fire, right? Even if you want to know the origins, oh yes, it's true. Fights and the PPP, house in Bartica went up in flames. Today, good folks, just like that, the folks are suspecting arson played a role. One country, you know, 2 by 4, but 17 of you here. Every day is a fire. Every day is an accident. We showed you for the opener when the program started. Every day is something like that. Now, Bartica, right? Every day, carnage on our roads and waterways, fires, domestic violence, and all of that. Which brings us to this next topic. You know, I saw our colleague Annette Ferguson, Member of Parliament, Shadow Minister for Housing, submitted a bill to the National Assembly on domestic violence. Very timely. That's one of the scourges of our society. I don't know if we'll ever eradicate it, but we have to put more resources into the mitigation, that we don't treat each other this way. Folks, let me tell you something. I get accused of many things in my life. Many things, right? They call me all kinds of names and so on. You know what they tell us? You know what they tell us? Huh? Heather and Andre and Roxanne Garvey is not what people call you. Here's what you answer to. Right? All kinds of things. I focus. If you ever hear anybody say I hit some girlfriend I had, I abused my wife and so on, beat you up and so on, lie. You understand me? Like I got enough problems in my life. I look at my bank account. Like I got enough problems. Like me even want to text some other things on myself. You have a support. You want to text some other things on yourself. But folks, in our country, these things are real. Violence against women and girls. Margot George is one of the scourges and the shame that we carry in our country, that men would treat women a certain way. It's one of the scourges and scourges that we face. And we got to fight that tooth and nail. And sometimes it finds itself even in high places, officialdom, the halls of power, institutionalized. Ministers go and beat the wives, ill-treat the children, and so on. Right? How they can speak to the problem? There's the problem. How they can be part of the solution? That's why I feel they got to put some of them on some. Let me show them the course of a boat. Some old drumming, sail them out to sea and the sharks eat them. Some men too. That brings us to this story of 19-year-old Malinda Niewenkirk in an apartment there in Lusignan. Lost her life. And life in Guyana has become so cheap. Huh? A young woman can lose her life and society don't miss a beat to move on. Nothing stops. How is it? A young lady, so beautiful, with so much promise, could lose her life. And then you got this cockamamie story, this Marie, that from a door, not a big executive, gigantic door, she hung herself. You're like past people waiting for life signal. We're gonna shift gears a little bit before I get on here. Let's shift gear for a little bit, folks. Let's shift gear for a little bit. All right. You see, we're talking, but we're switching gears a little bit too. I hope we stop buffering if we're buffering for some folks. How is it? So much promise, so much possibilities in front of her. A young woman would take her own life. Right? A young woman would take her own life. Well, who vex? Because we're going into some of what we know. Right? We're going to touch on some of what we know. August 17, they said in the wee hours of the morning, this young woman was found dead, bed sheet around her neck. They said a reddish mark at some two-story apartment building in Lusignan. Right? Some two-story apartment building in Lusignan. We're sorry, folks. I don't know what happened there. Right? Share, comment, let us know you're still with us. Right? Some apartment building there in Lusignan. That's what they said. they found her body. According to initial reports, 36-year-old fella working in high offices in this country. They said office of the president. He works for the office of the president. He had a relationship with her. And interestingly, on that very night, he claimed apparently that he ended this relationship with her. At least that is what he reported to police. He was in the apartment early on that evening, broke off this relationship with her, went home, not too far away, and then she messaged him saying that how she's so distraught, she's going to end her life. That's when he told the police that he was talking to her. She said she's going to self-harm. The police went to the house and found her dead. All right. The only thing with this story, some screenshots from her phone shows that she was the one who said, boy, have a nice life. Right? Have a nice life. You want to go? Right? I got better things to do with my time. Yet the Ghana police force wants us to believe this Kakameme story. I ain't believing it too much. Right? I ain't believing it at all. So that happened. And then I saw the time of her death be another area of contention. The time of her death. You know, they claim she died at one time. Let's say 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. And yet, from her phone, a post was made on WhatsApp after that time. Police force got one job to do, you know. One job. Serve and protect. Serve and protect. Now they find her hanging from this door at this 2-story apartment building in Lusignan with this reddish circular mark, they say, around their neck. Of course, after the ex says she told him by phone she was going to kill herself. Right? In folks on social media have told us this is not the first time this fellow went in problems. Or we knocked down some child. That's the allegation that's being made. Never spent a day in court. You see, once you know the PPP, yeah, you could commit no sins, you know. This got another name. You could commit no sins. They said some child was not. I tell you what the people said who reached out to Melissa Atwell, who has been following this story. Melly Mel. Been following this story. They said this is not the first rendezvous. This is not the first rendezvous. But recently, folks, we saw our brother from Linden, in his own way, trying to make sense of this girl and her trying to kill herself with this shit and all of that. You know, maybe you can make better sense of it than we can. Maybe you can make better sense of it. And so we want to show you what Brother London, Pastor London, his own take on these happenings. Because you know what it says? At least I ain't crazy. He's not the only one who feel there's a Kakameme story. We're not the only ones on this side who feel there's a Kakameme story. So folks, take a look and take a listen to what he said concerning this very issue of Malinda Niewenkirk and how she met her untimely demise. Take a look, folks, and take a listen.
To this broadcast, one that has been done out of grave concern for the females in this country, for the common man in this country regarding justice and our justice system. We are in a very, very precarious position in Indiana. Of course, the news today is that a young lady, 19 years old, would have hung herself from a door. Even standing in this environment and saying this is disgusting, it's insulting, and it's entirely stupid. And I don't know why the Ghana police force would even take the time to waste 10 hours of a day on somebody who wants to present such a stupid argument. Someone, look at my daughter's going to have me tonight. Look at her, the girl has just got her. If you know the person, you can let me know if it's so. But based on what I assessed, she just got this girl's out. I have a tape measure in my hand because, of course, I do construction. And I think I know how to measure. Right? So we work with doors, we install doors and so on. Is the sound and the video fine? Or the video okay? Okay. Alright. This is what's called a basic standard door like the girl, they said, the man said she hung herself up. This door is 6 feet, 5 inches, or 195 centimeters. Okay? Now tonight somebody I know who supports the PP Civic corrupt administration would find an excuse at some point, or you come to rebut and replay, and you type the most stupid statement. But I tell you, when it comes to people's lives and stuff like that, I would answer you accordingly. On this occasion, look at the height of this door. My daughter stands at 5 feet, you thought, 5'7", just about 169 centimeters, an average. Now, even if the person were 5 feet tall, like Regina is not 5 yet, she's hoping to get there. I want anybody in the Ghana Police Force, including you, Mr. Blanham, you, especially you, crime chief, to tell any Guyanese anywhere in this world, how is it possible for this young lady or anybody else to hang themselves from a bed sheet, a cover sheet back, but that's the one that goes over the mattress. How can this person, this young lady, without the help of anyone, I don't have time, because she's a big this all the time, put a sheet around her neck, right? Put the sheet around her neck. We gotta have that tonight. That's what I want you to know. Grab the chair for me. I don't hang you. Grab the chair for me. You have her in view? Alright. Now, show the world, Blanham. Jump down for that. You know that. How you doing yourself? As funny as it is, I don't understand why I'm trying to laugh, because this is the most stupid thing I've read in years. And the media is posting this nonsense, and the Guyanese are skeptical. We're not stupid people. This is the craze. Guyana, I tell you, is a place in Jupiter back then. I believe it all my heart. This country doesn't exist on earth. The chair is in a perfect position. So this young lady in question, Miss Niewenkirk, would have stood in a chair, apparently. Or let's see, if my daughter Shamaria stands flat-footed now, she decides she got a man problem, according to the fellow, he left her. And she can't take this leaving. So she can harm herself. How you kill yourself in this position? Now just stoop for me, because the person, I want to see how the person wants it. See. How are you dying? So is it that the girl, hold on, go down here again for me. Is it that Madam Niewenkirk died, and then she's dead now, because she has to harm herself at some point. Did she at some point, just to get up and say I'll be found in this position right here? Because I can't see how she's dying here. Alright, so if you check the photograph, the sheet is right here. At about 3 feet 4 inches. The first just back to the thank you. Right here. Alright, that's where you found the young lady. 3 feet 4 inches, 101 centimeters. How in the world can you hang yourself? If you're 5 feet 6 inches tall, or 5 feet 9 inches tall, how are you hanging yourself from a 6-foot door? This is the Isvi situation come back again. I'm asking in the broadcast, Blanham, is who this time? Because Isvi got to French Guiana. Isvi said he doesn't want woman anymore. So Isvi who killed the girl and then got to eat burger in French Guiana. So where is this one going now? This man must not be free for another second in this country. But of course, if you don't know, he's said to be working in Irfan Ali's, of course, being the Payton president, in the president office of the president. Does that tell you anything yet? So we'll see if, like Damlal, this one has special privileges too. Yet another teenager, Damlal, a teenage girl, 16 years old. This fella, a 19-year-old girl, another teenager. Would have hung herself using a bed sheet. Using a bed sheet, you can hang yourself from a door. This is the most novel of all things I've heard in my life. That somebody, instead of jumping over a rail, would have, like the other daughter said, she really wanted to die. So she would have knelt and ensured. I'm trying to figure out what can you do with this sheet here? So did she go on her knees and bend and fall and say, okay, then when I breathe my last, because at some point now she has to come back up. And Branham, you are the crime chief. You are the crime chief who solved so many crimes. And this man is free to walk around the place awaiting some investigation. If an Ali will say to us, this Guyanese people, that he's awaiting investigation. And the police has to get all the facts to get. Remember the Nazi Federates under Amlal? The police must get the facts because the president doesn't have sense. This matter is disgraceful, it's insulting, and it's stupid. And I call on every media house in this country. Please, for heaven's sake, your report, don't say that anybody's skeptical about the report. Report that there's a stupid explanation given, and that as a media corporation, you are advocating for this man to be arrested. He mustn't be allowed to leave anywhere. He may be out again by now. But he must not be allowed to leave and go anywhere. He should be in the police station, arrested, and in a cell somewhere. I don't normally speak so quickly to matters. I only give it a few days before I speak. But this one here took the cake. And I have two daughters standing with me here. And neither can give me an explanation as to how it makes sense. And that's why they laugh, because it's laughable. Although sad the young lady, or is this concerned, the young lady was killed, as far as I'm concerned. But it's laughable, the explanation. How can you stand in a chair, apparently, because the chair was put in the scene? And worse, if she didn't use the chair, is there some hole, a trap door in the floor where she pressed the button and then hung and then the door closed back? Some thing lifted up. I'm trying to find all the plausible, although they're stupid, explanations to help this man with his story. So that she have a special trapdoor in the house, so she hit this button, she hung from the sheet, and then the trapdoor lifts her back, so she can be found in this position here, at this level from the ground, right here, 3 feet, because they're 6 feet high. This is a short broadcast. I'm finished because the point is made. Share this as widely as you can and let us all in Guyana see how long Branham, I call your name, I'm scared of none of y'all. You can send the whole world to kill me if you want. I'm scared of any one of you. You, crime chief, I want to see how long you will take to get this fella in and deal with him. Because you know better. You have a master's degree in criminology, whatever it's done. You with your master's tell us in Guyana how this makes sense. How? And then she texts him and says she'd end her life. And the whole stupid thing goes on. I don't want to focus on that part. I want you all to tell me, let's start with the crime scene. How do you hang yourself with a bed sheet? If you don't know, how does a bed sheet choke you? This is not a rope.
Yeah, that's a very, very powerful illustration, folks. It's a very, very, very powerful illustration. What really happened to 19-year-old Malinda Niewenkirk? What happened to her? I mean, the fella had a wife at home. Got a wife at home as far as we know. You know? What happened to Malinda Niewenkirk? We learned that she had some decisions to make. The man who said he broke off a relationship with her Wife at home, he outside. He broke off a relationship. Make a decision on how to proceed. He says in one of the text messages, and she responds, thanks for everything. Wish you the best in life. Make a decision on how to proceed. She says, thanks for everything. I wish you the best in life. And then he responds, so we's enemies now. That's what he says. We's enemies now. He said you got a couple options. That's what he tells her in the text messages. In text messages, allegedly. You got a couple options. Friends with benefits. I call you only to sex and pay you immediately for your time. Friends with benefits. I call you only to sex and pay you immediately for your time. These are the options he's given her. Right? And then we learn. I want to thank all those folks like Melly Mel who've been following up on this story. Pastor London, following up on this story. We learned this, there was a baby. She was pregnant, and then they said last month and about a month ago, there was an abortion. Yeah. That's what they said. About a month ago, there was an abortion. Friends, I saw them at the hospital recently. She looked scared. He looked scared. Both of them looked scared. We were hearing that this abortion took place, or this, whatever it was. You know, hospital in the city. And then I saw some of you asking an interesting question as we wrap up. An interesting question. If he knew nothing, if he wasn't involved in any nefarious, dastardly activities, why erase the phone? You know, thinking that that was the end of things and nobody would know. Why he went through that trouble? You know, I think Pastor London was right. Pastor Nigel London, I think he was right. If we sit down, you know, quietly, and we allow evil to prevail and to persist, we are no better, you know. We are no better. I encourage all of you, you know, to raise your voices against evil. This is evil. This is evil. This is evil. We need to know as a country what were all these circumstances surrounding the untimely death. The untimely death, folks, of Malinda Niewenkirk. Our thoughts and our prayers, our hearts are with our family, our friends, and her loved ones. We need to know what happened to this young lady. Right? And we trust the police force to serve and protect. We always got to ask for an independent investigation because the trust in the police force is so low. And never mind what Ben say, the confidence we have in the police force. When you reach up, you touch your bottom. Who killed? And what were the circumstances surrounding the death of 19-year-old Malinda Mackenzie? Folks, our thoughts and prayers again, I dare say, go to the family, friends, and those who knew her and loved her. Our thoughts and prayers go to them tonight. That's going to do it for us at this end, folks. Share the live, smash that emoji button for us, and partner with us as well, folks. Yep. These are the times in which we live. You know, we got to protect our young people. We got to protect our young people. Heading out tomorrow and you need a good justice of the peace, Commissioner Board affidavits. I want to recommend the Alistair Collins Forum there in Lamaha Street between Camp and Waterloo Streets at the Callion Mall. I want to recommend them highly to you folks. We use them ourselves, and that's why we recommend them to you guys. We recommend them to you guys. That's going to do it for us at this end, folks. That's our time tonight. And that is our program. Partner with us, share the live. We coming to you guys. We got a project we want your help with. And I know with thousands of you watch us every night, it's going to be a breeze like that. Right? It's going to help. Our program is going to help us to get to some areas we can reach ordinarily. And we can talk to you guys soon about that. Right? Good to see you, Marcy Agard, Debbie Collins. I see Wayburn Hackett is here and Leslie Thompson. Speaking truth to power. I see you there as well. That's a Facebook name. Carol Williams, the right one. Good to see you, folks. Share the live, folks. Smash that emoji button and partner with us as well. Stay safe.